back at Texas Stadium in Irving, Texas, where the Dallas Cowboys have earned another trip to the Super Bowl, winning the NFC Championship 38-21 over the San Francisco 49ers. And for the first time ever, the same two teams will meet in the Super Bowl for a second consecutive year. We want to remind you that coming up tonight on CBS, stay tuned for the CBS News Magazine 60 Minutes. Tonight, nobody finds con men better than 60 Minutes, and the one Ed Bradley found this week could be on the All-Star team. That is next, except on the West Coast, where it will be seen at its regularly scheduled time. And then it's Murder, She Wrote, followed by the CBS Sunday movie Incident in a Small Town, starring Walter Matthau, Harry Morgan, and Stephanie Zimbalist. This is Downstairs just a short while ago beneath Texas Stadium.
Say one thing. Now, hey, and then hold it just a second. Now, I've been doing a lot of talking, but the things that you said, if you're going to talk the talk, you got to walk the walk. Hey, thanks to you guys, y'all did the walking, all right? Hey, and one thing, this week I'm not going to say a word. You know how I feel, but I'm not going to say a word, but I will say one thing right now. How about them Cowboys?
You said it a short while ago. Jimmy Johnson should go downstairs and kiss every one of those guys on the forehead because they made him look good.
They bailed him out, Greg. And you knew that if Jimmy makes a prediction like, we're going to do this, we're going to kick somebody's butt. You know, going to Atlanta, the next question is, are you going to beat Buffalo?
Exactly, and he made it clear he's not saying a word this week. Greg Gumbel, Terry Bradshaw, Matt Millen will be back with more comments, but right now let's go back downstairs. Leslie Visser standing by. Leslie?
Greg, they're walking and talking and celebrating down here, having just earned their second all-expenses-paid trip to the Super Bowl. Congratulations to Jerry Jones and to Jimmy Johnson to present the NFC Championship Trophy. Let's welcome Rankin Smith, the owner of the Atlanta Falcons, home of the city that will host these Cowboys next Sunday. Rankin?
Jerry and Jimmy, congratulations on a great victory. As usual, you were well prepared, and it's a well-deserved victory. And now, on behalf of your 13 colleagues in the National Football Conference, I'd like to present you with this trophy, the George S. House Memorial Trophy, emblematic of being the champions of the NFC, and also as co-host of the committee to bring the Super Bowl to Atlanta. I want to welcome you both to Georgia. Open arms.
Thank you, Rankin.
Jerry, you already have one of these at home. What does this one mean?
Well, this one means so much. It's the second one. Jimmy, hold this thing here with me. But it's especially meaningful to play in Atlanta because we got so many of our players in here that need a lot of Super Bowl tickets. But, guys, congratulations to you. You earned it.
Jimmy, you guaranteed this one, and your players backed you up.
Well, it wasn't a guarantee. I just had an opinion. And as the players have been saying all week long, you know, I wrote the check, and they paid the check. And so, I was a little bit taken back that it was made such a big to-do about. I just said, hey, I think that we're going to win the game, and I guarantee you our guys did.
You must have been impressed on both sides of the ball. Bernie Kosar in relief.
Yeah, I mean, I got a little bit nervous there when Troy went out, but Bernie went in and did a great job. Harper makes a great catch. We pick up some first downs. Then we set up the field goal at the end because I just didn't feel like they could score that many points on our defense. And we got the field goal by Eddie Murray. Just a great job by the entire team.
You sure you don't want to reconsider about a prediction for next week?
No, I'm not going to do much talking this week.
Congratulations to Jimmy. Back to you.
All right, Leslie, we had our congratulations to the Dallas Cowboys as they get ready to go to Atlanta to meet the Buffalo Bills next Sunday. A timeout here, and we'll continue from Irving, Texas in just a moment.
Watch how fast.
Welcome back to Texas Stadium, where the Dallas Cowboys have beaten the San Francisco 49ers 38-21. Remind you that coming up next, except on the West Coast, is this week's edition of 60 Minutes. Let's go back downstairs where Leslie Visser is standing by with a couple of very key members of the Dallas Cowboys. Leslie?
Greg, that's true. It's glory days for all the people in this locker room, particularly these two gentlemen, Charles Haley and Emmitt Smith. Charles, first to you, what did it mean to have such a big win against the 49ers, and how did you pressure their offense?
Well, it was a big key. Going into this game, you know, we was going against an all-pro offensive line and all-pro offense. Everybody on there was great. So we knew we had to come up and step up and play a great game, and we did, and we frustrated them, and that was the key to the game.
You called it, you said this would be your Super Bowl, but are you glad to be going back to another Super Bowl?
Well, like I said, this is my Super Bowl. The next game we play just to be a regular game for me, because this game means more to me than anything else. Just playing my ex-teammates and winning them and beating them again and going to the Super Bowl again. This is more rewarding than playing in the Super Bowl.
We did a tremendous job on Steve Young. On the offensive side of the ball, you think you carry a ball all day. You don't want to hold this. What does this mean to you?
This means a lot to me. I mean, considering where we started as a team and where we are right now, I mean, a lot of people didn't believe we could get back here, and we are here now. And to win against the 49ers is just a great experience.
Can you talk about in the first drive of the day, you scored a touchdown? Can you talk a little bit about it?
Well, basically, it was just a regular press play, and I kind of hesitated, and then I got the hold and ran right through.
Untouched. Did you have any trouble with your shoulder all day?
I got hit one time, and it really kind of aggravated a little bit, but after that, everything else was fine.
Thank you very much. Congratulations to you both. Back to you, Greg.
Thank you.
All right, Leslie, so now the Dallas Cowboys move on to face the Buffalo Bills. And incidentally, this game today, the Cowboys and the 49ers each playing a drastically different game than they played 1 week before. But, Matt, look ahead now to next Sunday and what you expect in the Super Bowl rematch.
Well, what I don't expect is 9 turnovers, and that's got to help the Buffalo Bills. And I will expect them to come in with more maturity and have more of the offense going into this game like they had today. And I think it's obviously going to be a much better game than it was last year. But I still think going in, it's got to be a Dallas game.
Terry?
Yeah, you know, you think about those Buffalo Bills, and the first thing, Greg, I think is, what would their psyche be? How are they going to handle going in and being, you know, they've lost 3 in a row. Now they're going back to a 4th, and they've heard the majority of the country has spoken. We don't want the Bills anymore. We want a new representative. We want the Kansas City Chiefs and Joe Montana. So I think they've got to overcome the fact that they've lost 3 and have to learn how to deal with it when they're down in Atlanta. One good thing is Kelly will be healthy for this game, and that really is going to be the key.
Funny you mentioned that. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we will talk live with Jim Kelly from Orchard Park, New York. Whoop, there he is.
Whoop, there he is,
We'll
Greg.
also hear from George Seifert, head coach of the San Francisco 49ers. That's still to come on the NFL Today postgame show. Welcome back to Texas Stadium, where the Dallas Cowboys have beaten the San Francisco 49ers 38-21 and earned a trip to the Super Bowl. Coming up next, except on the West Coast, is 60 Minutes. And what are things like on the other side of the stadium? Our Jim Gray found out just a few short moments ago.
We're with the 49ers head coach George Seifert. And George, what happened? It seemed like it was total dominance on both sides of the ball by the Cowboys today.
No, it was. It certainly was. They played a great football game. They played outstanding on offense, particularly in the first half. They basically exploded on us. And from a defensive standpoint, they kind of followed suit. We had a couple of moments where I thought that we could get things turned around and get some things going our way, and they would seem to come up with a play. I mean, that's the reason they're the world champions, and you know, are going on to the Super Bowl now. They've got a great team.
Are they that much better of a team, or did you guys just fail to execute today and have a bad day?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I think that they did a heck of a job of executing, and they've got fine football players, and they're well coached, and they did a heck of a job, and they, you know, they're certainly the dominant team right now.
George, any bit of a letdown after you destroyed the Giants last week?
I don't think so. I don't think that. I certainly didn't sense that. I sensed that in practices and so forth, the team was as focused and worked as hard as any time during the course of the season, and in fact more so. So it wasn't that. It was just a outstanding Dallas Cowboy team, really.
You told your team they had a Super Bowl year. What else did you say to them?
Well, I really didn't tell them they had a Super Bowl year. I said they had a good season. And basically that's what it was. It was a good season, and, you know, we're disappointed. It's something that will linger for certainly a long time. But, you know, if you're going to compete and you put yourself in this environment, then those types of things can happen.
George, congratulations on a fine season.
Thank you.
Most gracious of you to appear.
Congratulations indeed to George Seifert and the San Francisco 49ers. The Dallas Cowboys now move on to Atlanta, where they will meet the AFC champions. Earlier today, the Buffalo Bills knocked off the Kansas City Chiefs in Orchard Park, New York, 30-13. Joining us now from his home in Orchard Park is Buffalo quarterback Jim Kelly, who was 17 of 27 for 160 yards today. Jim, congratulations to you. I know you went into this game thinking that you were better than the Kansas City Chiefs. Did you think you were 17 points better?
Well, I don't know if we thought we were that much better, but the whole thing was it came down to at the beginning of the preseason, we knew that during the course of the season, if we just stayed focused through the whole course of the year, we can have an opportunity to get to this point. And I'll tell you what, my hat has to go off to the 5 guys up front. They gave Thurman the holes to be able to move it, They gave me time. We knew that was going to be the key in the playoffs.
Yeah, Thurman Thomas, 186 yards and 3 touchdowns today. You're going to hear this song all week about how you've been to the Super Bowl 3 times and you've lost all 3 times, and this is a 4th. You are probably an underappreciated team, and you know that you probably have to win the big one in order to get that real appreciation, right?
Well, the real appreciation maybe to a certain point, but I think everybody realizes what we've accomplished. I mean, at the beginning of the season and the beginning of the playoffs, people were saying, oh, we don't want you back. Now all of a sudden, people are saying, hey, we're for you. You guys have accomplished so much, not only the 3 Super Bowls, but coming back the 4th time. I mean, playing the schedule we play each and every year to do what we've done is something to be reckoned with. And, you know, we're just going to go down to Atlanta, have some fun. No pressure on us. Nobody expects us to win. So I guess just go down there, have some fun. Whatever happens, happens. We're not going just to show up. We're going to go there and have some fun, hopefully pull out a win.
Hey, Jimmy, I think that's about the best thing you could have said. Best answer in the world is go to Atlanta and have some fun. Now, Johnson gave us a prediction this week, and it shocked the football world. Now, do you want to do something like that just for fun? Would you like to, make a prediction here about your Buffalo Bills?
Terry, maybe off the
record?
side a little bit. Not in front of everybody, okay?
Okay.
But no, I'll tell you what, we're you know, the whole thing is, you know, everybody's talking to Dallas Cowboys, and we've heard enough about it too, and they are a great ball club, but the Buffalo Bills are going to show up, and we'll see what happens. I'm excited, to tell you the truth.
You should be, Jim. Jim Kelly, thanks very much for taking the time to join us. Congratulations once again. We'll see you in Atlanta.
Good luck, Jimmy.
My pleasure. Thank you. Thanks, Terry.
I'll time out here, and then we'll be back in just a moment.
Sure would have been nice.
Now Ortega goes to the garden for summer-ripe tomatoes, crisp white onions, green bell peppers, and lively jalapenos to make a salsa that tastes like you just picked it. New garden-style salsa. So red, so green, so full of extra big bites of plump, juicy vegetables. For a taste that's extra fresh. New garden-style salsa. It's a fresh new way to experience Mex to the max.
Dad, could you leave the door open a crack?
How's that?
Could you check the closet one more time?
Nothing here.
Are you sure there's nothing under my bed?
No monsters here. Okay?
Okay.
Good night, buddy.
Dad?
Yeah?
Could you leave the hall light on?
Some fur, some fur, everyone
Preferred stock cologne from Stetson. What preferred men prefer.
How does the owner of Little Caesars think up his next great pizza idea?
That's it. Pizza for $1.
Pizza for $1. When you buy 2 pizzas with 2 toppings for $8.98.
Pizza.
Plus a third.
Pizza for $1.
Doctor, what is this gadget here?
This is called a fetoscope, and it's to listen to a baby's heartbeat when it's still inside the mother.
What kind of battery do you have in there? Say, Duracell. Is that because they last so long?
It does last a long time because we put this thing to use a lot. We listen to lots and lots of babies every day.
Do medical journals ever discuss why Duracell batteries last?
No. I've never seen a study on batteries.
They duck the big issues, don't they?
Yeah, they avoid all the controversial stuff, you know. They just do the easy things.
Duracell. No other battery lasts longer.
Can you refer me to a specialist?
If there is a mountain, he will conquer it. If there is a medal, he will win it. If there is a party, he will attend it. Italy's 3-time Olympic gold medalist and swashbuckling international playboy Alberto Tomba. The Olympic Winter Games return to CBS. Share a moment with him.
"60 Minutes coming up next, except on the West Coast. The final score here at Texas Stadium, Dallas over San Francisco, 38-21. Right now, let's go over to Pat Summerall. Pat?
Well, Greg, thank you. I'd just like to say to John Madden, and I know he'd like to add to what I say, congratulations to the Dallas Cowboys. They did a heck of a job.
Yeah, they sure did. And, you know, that's what it's all about, being here and being at championship games and then seeing the winner go on to the Super Bowl. And this is what makes it fun. You know, they can take football away, and we don't have football at CBS anymore, but we have the memories. And I want to thank you and for 13 great years of being in the arena, 13 great years of fun. I mean, everything we did. I mean, the practices, talking to players, coaches, being here in the game. We don't have football here, but we have the memories of here, and they're the greatest of my life.
I don't know about you. I'm going to miss saying stay tuned for 60 Minutes in its entirety and Murder, She Wrote after that. And I think I'm very proud of being a part of watching the NFL grow on CBS. It's been 38 years. I've been a part of it for 32 years. And for you, these last 13 years have been just spectacular. I'm not going to tell you I love you, but I do like you a lot, an awful lot. Greg?
Pat and John, thank you very much. Time to say goodbye.
Well, where are we going, Greg?
We're going.
Yeah, well, it's 3 years with CBS as a player, as a guest analyst, 10 years. Then on the studio show, it's been wonderful. Of course, doing football always survives. People move around and go on, but the fans are so fantastic, and and of course the players. The game is so great because of all the wonderful players, and we get to sit here, and we had the greatest job because we had 32 monitors, and we kick back and smoke a cigar if we wanted to, and watch our favorite game, and kind of peek over to another game if we liked it, and it was really. It's really been fun. Of course, Greg, our relationship, our friendship, and the good times that we've had, and the laughs and the jokes, it's hard to replace because this kind of an atmosphere, where you have me and you sitting here, and it's a genuine one. We're dear friends, and it's a sad day, but we're still alive, and we got our health, and my mic is shaking because I'm nervous. If you was a little bit better looking, I'd give you some sugar.
I'll tell you the tough thing. The tough thing is to say goodbye for so many thousands of people throughout the years that CBS has been carrying National Football League action. So many men and women, so many talented men and women who have combined their efforts in order to bring you what is quality football coverage ever since it began 38 years ago. They shouldn't be forgotten, and they have established a legacy that we are very proud to be a part of. For Pat and John, for Jim Gray and Leslie Visser and Matt Millen, and for my friend Terry Bradshaw, I'm Greg Gumbel. Thank you, everyone, and good night.
The Colts are poised for the kickoff. Kurt Bradshaw comes up on the ball, and the game is underway. First kick travels high and long.
It is indeed cold in Green Bay.
Montana throwing in the end zone.
You are looking live at Three Rivers Stadium.
And John, how would you capture the mood of the teams right there?
Okay, the young man from SC is Fleet.
Hi, everybody. I'm Frank Lieber, along with Roger Staubach, and I say Rick Pauls.
With half an hour to go before kickoff, here's a look at who's warming up.
This is as good as it gets. Doesn't get any better than this. And the great thing about it, it lasts forever.
Matho.